You know what? I'm going to include that in my final tips. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now, how many times have you tried a smoky eye? I feel like it's died down a bit, but there's nothing more beautiful than bringing a nice strong smoky eye back. There's some special tips in this video how to update this look, make it a little 2023, you know what I mean? Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let's get started. Who doesn't love a good smoky eye, right? Well, a good tip actually is that for a smoky eye, you can actually even work with your dark circles. Like, it's really cool. I'm gonna try and show you in another video, but for this video, we're gonna start with some concealer. I'm just using this one by Tarte. But before that, I'll just dip this brush into some setting powder. What this brush does is it'll really help set the eyelid as soon as we're done blending this out. That is mainly because you don't want your concealer creasing. But you know, still, if you do have pigmented eyelids, you can actually get away by not doing this even. I'm just doing it because I just prefer like a clean slate. I always think this looks so funny because like right now my upper lids are, you know, really well set, and now I have like these two semicircles. Now the one pencil that I can guarantee will never smudge on your upper waterline or your lower waterline is this one. The Urban Decay Perversion. So what I'm going to do with this is just line my upper waterline. This pencil is actually great, like, you know, if you just want to do some tight lining in your top waterline and you don't want it to smudge on your lower waterline, because this is something I do a lot. I'm not a fan of, you know, putting any black thing on my lower waterline unless it's a smoky eye or anything that otherwise requires it. For my lower waterline, I want to use something different, something like this. Now, it has to be a soft gold pencil because you want this to really smudge very nicely. I'm just gonna apply this on my lower waterline, but just like halfway. Can you? I would never roam like this. Like, I hate it right now. Now the next thing, we are actually gonna just put it really roughly along this upper waterline here, and you can be a little messy with it. It's fine because we're actually gonna blend it right away. So what I have here is a Morphe B43 brush. Applying some pressure, gonna start blending this out. So what this does is it just gives a lot more intensity to, you know, especially like the lower part of the eye. And you can pull it like upwards, because once we go with some shadow, this will just really help, you know, make it look nice and smoky. And one important thing is you want to go in between the lashes as well. You know, you don't want those little bits of naked skin popping out from there. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to bring this nice beautiful black blend at least till halfway of my eye, like till where it is right now. Something like that. We're not looking at the shape yet, we're just getting this black skeletal work down. What you want is a brush that is a little firmer so that it really helps move that pencil. This looks hilarious. You see how weirdly greenish gray this looks? Once you reach something that looks like this, I'm going to take a clean brush. This is an e.l.f. blending brush. What I have here is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to use this shade which is called Mocha. It's like a light chocolate brown. I'm actually going to put this right in between those two. Oops, I forgot to add the black eyeshadow. I usually add black eyeshadow. You know what? Let's do the black eyeshadow. Sorry about that. Retake. Okay, I'm gonna use the B43 brush and just dip into this black. And I'll just apply this on that lower lash line. Now just using this Morphe M169. I'm just going to blend over that outer edge, starting right above where this color ends. Very gradually pulling it up into the crease. It's tiny circles and a flick, and tiny circles and a flick. So what this does is it just moves the like eyeshadow particles upwards depending on, you know, the direction that you're moving your brush on. Also, by not doing my concealer, you know, I can already see some black eyeshadow particles falling down. So actually I'm gonna have to do my skincare once again. Now I'm going to take that same mocha shade on this eye. I want to blend this and bring it a little onto this hood. I don't want to pull it out too much. I just want it to be a little big this way. So I'll just like very gradually work my shadow in the shape that I want. Using a clean brush, you can just like go over and just clean up that edge so that it doesn't look too messy. Now, as you know, this brush was used earlier with the black, so I want to keep that, and I want to add this brown shade halfway into the eye. I know it's looking a little messy. That's why we don't have any concealer, and we're going to clean it up. And with a little bit of black on this M169, I'm just going to really like smoke out that outer bit. Similarly on this eye, this is the KJH number 17 brush. By KJH, I mean Katie Jane Hughes. So she came out with a collab with Spectrum brushes. Okay, I'm just blending this out here. You know, like I said, we came only halfway. Pull this, you know, shadow outwards a little bit. Now, if like me, you have some black eyeshadow that's fallen, I'm just taking like a cotton swab and using my favorite Bioderma. You know, it might have fallen on the skin as well, so just like make sure it's like clear of your cheeks. Because once you start putting your foundation, it's all just gonna spread all away. Okay, next, my Skin Fix eye cream. I am going to make sure that there's no black eyeshadow falling, you know, anywhere on my fingers before that. I have to now do my eye cream all over again. I usually let eye cream sink in for about, say, 5 minutes. I took the liberty and did my brows when I was off camera to also do any bit of color correction, and I have a video that is there now. Yes, finally. So, you know, I can always skip this part, but I'm gonna link it here. You learn what I use. You have color swatches of 5 different color correctors and my reasons on why I use some and why I don't. So do check out that video and give it a thumbs up. Foundation is ready to go. I'm just going to use this. Once again, I have started using my beauty blender for foundation. I keep switching. I find a brush way more convenient, obviously because this one actually includes, you know, getting your beauty blender nice and wet, and obviously even prepping your skin a bit. Also the nose. For concealer, I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, but I feel like I can use this best only when I use it with a beauty blender. If you have a better way that you use it, let me know in the comments, because right now I'm only relying on this. Into the under eyes. We're lightly also cleaning up this outer corner here, and similarly on this side. Just cleaning up as we go, just to give it a nice edge there. If I had any of that black eyeshadow fallen, there would be huge streak marks all across my face. And well, I'm glad that it's not there, and that was because we didn't do concealer first. On the center of my forehead, I like to go from here all the way here. This is something I learned in a Samer Khozami workshop. If you haven't gotten one of these triangular sponges already, you guys just have to. It just makes setting your under eyes so much more easier. Now that I'm finally done with setting my under eyes, I will go in with that mocha shade on that brush number 17. And now I want to give like the final shape to the eye. We'll obviously just blend this out a little bit, this outer corner. You want to just blend that outer edge because it just has to look a little more diffused. And then once again here, we'll just Just take whatever's left on the brush. Now using this LA Girl, it's the Pro Conceal, and this is in Beautiful Bronze. I'm using this dual fibered MAC 188, and we're just going to gently give some shape to the face. I'm just pulling this up this way, and we'll just blend it upwards. I'm just like pressing and flicking the brush a little bit, and this is just helping create that nice blended shape of a more enhanced bone structure. Once I've applied, I'll just lightly go in with the Beauty Blender just to soften out any harsh lines, brush marks, anything of that sort. Next, I'm just going to chisel out the jawline a bit. I mean, who doesn't like a nice chisel on their jaw? A little bit of this Charlotte Tilbury for some highlight. So just down here, it's a cream, so it just like melts so beautifully into the skin. Just some nose contour. I feel like all these small things really like help a nice beautiful smoky eye to come and fall into place. This is Gingerly. This was like my first ever blush, first ever MAC blush that I bought. I was like so happy. You want to take this even on your forehead. Oh sorry, this is the KJH brush number 03. Put some on my nose. I usually like a little bit of you know, something running through the whole face so that it looks like cohesive. You know, it shouldn't look like your blush just like ends in like one spot, like that's it, my blush ended there. No, you have to almost blend the colors in. So that's why I'm just like taking this under my eyes as well a little bit. Lips are going to be a little different. I'm actually for the first time on my channel using a little bit of concealer, and what I want to do is, I feel like for smoky eyes I like to go a little more lighter, you know. All this because I wanted to use Kinda Sexy by MAC. This has actually been my favorite for smoky eyes or anything where, you know, the eyes require a little more attention. So I'm just applying this. I know it looks bad, trust me. Once we put our lip liner on is where everything is just gonna fall in place. This looks like I just got a really bad tan. Whirl lip liner. I think this will add any sort of intensity back. Sorry if I look too oily, and right now I've sprayed myself with some setting mist. You know what this setting mist means. It is almost the last step. But today actually I have some extra tips that I can give you, and we'll actually take this look a little further. So I'm using the Givenchy powder to lightly set. These are any areas where it looks too oily. There's so much on this Givenchy powder puff that I might as well use it from here. Your skin eventually lets out oil, so once, you know, the little bit starts to show up from here, you can just pat over and you'll just look as gorgeous as before. This is the finished look if you want it to be. Now this is when we have some tips coming up. Now I usually like to add a little sparkle to it. It just brings a little more updated look to the whole thing. You know what this is? Embellish from M.A.C. All I'm really using this for is just to bring some light gold glitter into the look. Just makes it a little more interesting. I don't know if you can see anything from the new Makeup by Mario Ethereal Glam palette. Like, that'll be amazing if you have that. I don't. So I have to do with stuff that I own from before. By the way, I didn't go over lashes. So I used just a very basic Ardell one actually. I'll try to put the name here if I remember. But you know what? The best thing about this look is you can actually pass off and not use lashes. Now the only reason that I used them is because, you know, from the front it really doesn't make that much of a difference. But what I like is from the side, if you see, it gives that nice little extra volume, something that, you know, it'll just balance out the face even in a side profile. And for mascara, I used this one. Yes, the Maybelline Sky High. Now, if you've stayed for this long, I would remind you to like and subscribe to this video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch my color correcting video because that is filled with information. I have one more very simple smoky eye, which probably I'll just put down here. And that's pretty much it actually. Well, did you enjoy watching? I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, see you guys.